Hello guys, Ruthless Spork. So I filmed this tutorial 2 other times, but the video processing got messed up. So basically, this is just a little nifty music thing I made when I was bored on a Dark RP server. I can show you it if you really want. So I'll take that. It's right here. So basically, it tells you it's just the name, and then what track number you're on, how long the song is, and the type of music it is. So Cuban, country, dust, a bunch of different types of music, and it's like a rainbow thing. You can turn that off though. Alright, so basically how we're gonna make this is we don't need triggers, we don't need outputs, we need persist and input. You don't need a name either, I guess, but we're gonna keep one. So type let's call this music tut. Inputs. This is pretty important. You need CS, which stands for console screen. It doesn't actually have to be CS, but it's just nicer if it is. And we also need, you might want to do this in this order, it's just more convenient. Left, enter, right, stop. The way you might want to organize this is the order you're going to put your buttons in. And for persist, just make select. Alright, so now, hold on, I'm rearranging my setup. So now what you're gonna want to do is if left is equal to 1, so that means every time the left value equals 1 and it's not 0, you want to do select minus minus, so it subtracts a value from select every time it equals 1, and then right equals 1. We want to do the opposite of that, so select plus plus. And now we need to create an array, so we'll name it music equals array, and fill that with, I'm going to do 5. It just seems to be like the amount of good music on the, like, I don't know, better music in the few options we have. And then what you might want to do here is, so see the amount of values we have. We have 5, so if select is greater than 5, you're gonna want to set that to, you want to set select to 0. And if, so we want to do the opposite of that, or not the opposite, but just like the, I don't know what to call it. If select is less than 1, we're gonna want to set select to 5. And so you might be asking me like, oh, why wouldn't we set it to 0? Because I messed that up here. But normally in arrays the first value is a 0, but in Gary's mod the first value is 1. I don't know why, don't ask me, it's just the way it is in this game. So what this does is every time the select value goes above 5 or under 1, it will either change it to equal 1 or to equal 5, making it so it never goes to like 20 and you don't have any like values in the array that are 20, like, or you don't have an index of 20 in the array. This sets the index number. And so here we want to do if enter is equal to 1, so that just means every time the enter button is pressed, sound play, set the first 2 values to 0, and then type this music, so that's the array, the index value select, so it changes depending on which button you press, so left or right, and then comma string, which is the data type of the array. And then so that means every time, like, it'll just go through the array basically. When you press enter, it'll play whatever index you're at. It's kind of weird to describe. I don't really know how to describe it easier. I'll try and sum it up at the end of the video. And so here we want to also do if stop is equal to 1. You're gonna want to do sound stop, and then set this to 0, 0. Alright. And so now we're gonna make a little like righty stuff. Oh, also you might want to do this. So see in this array, go to sound browser and just take 5 songs you want from here. So I'll do this one, right click it, copy to clipboard, or click down there, either works, and then Control V, so it's basically just like copy and pasting. Copy to clipboard, Control V, copy to clipboard, Control V, copy to clipboard, Control V, and copy to clipboard, Control V, that last one. So that set all the sound paths to a string in this array of strings. So now it will just choose one, right? If stop equals 1, it will stop it. So what I like to do now is not if cs right string. We don't have to make a title for this, but let's make one. Music machine tut RP ruthless spork RSP. And then we need to set the line that's on, so we'll make it 0 or 1 1. And cs right string, and we'll do this track number, just the number sign, plus select comma 1 3. So basically, in a console screen, there's 30 values left to right, and there's 18 values up and down. And the first value is the left to right, or X value, and the second value is the up and down, or Y value. And so this is just saying the track number, and I put a space here, so it's not just like track number blank, it's like a little space out, it looks a little better. And I messed this up, I didn't capitalize the S. By the way, you could change this to like whatever is most convenient for you, like you could use C, you could do whatever. CS right string duration plus sound duration. Then we're going to want to do music, choose the array, select, comma, string. So basically, just you can copy and paste this part into here, and that will just show us how like long the song is. CS right string. Oh, by the way, we need to set this on a line, so we'll do 1 5. So I'm going to space mine out by 2 lines. And we'll do type, space there, and then so we haven't created this value, but I'm going to call it string, and I'm going to set it on the line 7. Alright, so now for the value string, we want to set it here, and we'll just set it equal to nothing. It'll be empty. And then, or it's a space technically, you can set it to empty. I'll set it to empty. But now here you want to do if music, so you want to type this again, select comma string equals, and then you just want to copy these, so each path you might want to copy, and then you do string equals, and in quotes just type what you want it to equal. So this is bongo, so I'll make it bongo, and then that's 5. You might want to set it to 7 just because country is 7 characters, and if the characters aren't like filled with something, it'll keep the old ones. So every time you go from bongo to country to the next song, which would be Cuban, you would have 2 extra characters at the end. So you just want to you might want to like fill out into that much, and then just copy and paste this line 4 more times because we have 5 values, and just copy and paste the music paths into here, and get that one into there, and put that one and there, and this one and here. And now you just want to rename them. You don't have to, but probably want to. So country, Cuban. And remember, I'm adding spaces to make the amount of characters equal 7. so basically this just checks to see which music index it's at. Not necessarily the music index, but actually there's probably an easier way to do this. If you just set like if music select number equals 1, I don't know, something like that. Or just if select, you could set the select value for these, but this is the way I've been doing it. So yeah, that will just set the string, this string that we set, so here, string, that will just make that equal whatever this is. Alright, so quick rundown of what this is. So if you press the left button, it will subtract a value from select. If you press the right button, it will add a value to select. Here we created an array to hold all of the sound paths that we got from the sound browser. Oh, by the way, if you can't find this spot, so click sound, open up sound, and then go to ambient right here. Scroll down to music and you'll find all these. You could also use whatever noise you really want, but I just found these to be like the best ones for like a music box, something like that. And here, so this checks the select value, and if the select value is greater than the amount of numbers we have, or the amount of index numbers there are in the array, it will set it to the lowest one. And if it's lower than the lowest one, then it'll set it to the highest one. So you're going like up and you'll see it visually when I paste it. And then here, if enter equals 1, it will play the index of like whatever. So if select is 1, it will play this one. If I press enter, and if select is 2, it'll play that one, and like so forth. Here it just stops the music, and then here is just all like the visuals for the screen. Alright, so name it music tutorial. You don't need to name it music tutorial, you can name it whatever you want. The name doesn't matter that much. Alright, so now I'm just going to place the console screen. You can use whichever one you want. I'm going to use this one. I'm just kind of interested to see that. And now you want to get buttons. You don't have to do this. This is optional. Like, the buttons aren't optional, but the type of buttons you put down are. I'm going to use the ones that would make sense. So, let's see. Start, right, and stop. And so now we want to wire the console screen wire link to create wire link. It's kind of weird looking by with really wide resolution. Left goes to the left one, enter goes to the enter one, right goes to the right one, and stop goes to the stop button. Alright, so here, look, we can scroll through this and it'll show the different track number along with the different type of music and the duration of the song. So we get some bongo music. Yeah, that's about it. And then country. And we got some Cuban music. Some Italian stuff. I don't even know if that's like Italian type music. I just kind of named it Italian. And some Latin music. Alright, and how I actually used this, like, in this. It's kind of cool if you wanted like a store with some different music, or if you're like a DJ at a club in like dark RP, you could make like something along the lines but with different music. How I implemented it was I made a store, and it just has like a little music function for the owner to use. There's an owner screen and there's a client screen, and it just I made the music selection for the owner menu, so you can change the music as the owner if you wanted to. Yeah, that's about it. Hope you guys liked my tutorial. Hit that thumbs up button, and yeah, see you later. Bye.